I feel like there's sometimes where like I wish I could have told my younger self to like ask them what was I scared for, and I feel like sometimes I was scared of the results and what could possibly happen, and sometimes I didn't want what could happen to actually happen because it could be a pretty bad result, or sometimes it could be something too great, and I don't want to deal with that in the current moment, right? But I felt like if I just tried and I just gave it a chance, I could have been in a completely different position than I like back then, and it would have put me in a completely different position than I am in now if I just tried. And I think about that sometimes, and I think about in life that I just need to try because I never know what could actually happen until it actually happens. And what's done is done, and what happens happens. What doesn't happen, hasn't happened yet, so we don't know and we can't tell. We got to worry about trying for just now, and having a positive mindset going into it and be like, I could succeed with this. I can succeed with this. I'm going to win at this. I'm going to be successful with this. I'm going to accomplish this goal, and just try. And I feel like that's sometimes what holds us back is because we don't have a positive mindset going into a situation. We're just thinking negative about it, and we're just thinking about the worst case scenarios, thinking about the bad results. But then when it really happens, we don't know what to do. Because, we're like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. So, like, you're not prepared for, like, the greatness. You're not prepared for the success. You're not prepared for, the good things that come after because you were so caught up in the negatives and thinking about the negatives that could happen, but they didn't happen. So, you're not prepared for the greatness and success. So then you don't hold it because you weren't prepared for it. You weren't thinking about it. You weren't mentally prepared for it. Didn't have it in your brain. You didn't have it. That's if you get lucky, and it goes a completely different way than you're thinking if you're thinking negative about it. But if you're thinking positive about it, 9 times out of 10, I believe it's gonna go good for you. It's gonna go the way you want it to go. It's gonna go, a positive way. But you also got to understand that you have to have it as well. If it's something that you really want, you got to have it, and then in order for it to really work, you can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna just hope this works out. Like you can't have that type of positivity with it. You got to be like, this is going to work out. I have to have this. I need this. I have to have this accomplishment right now. I have to achieve this goal, in order to work. You can't just half-ass have a positive mindset. You have to have a full positive mindset all the way through in order to fully work.